Okay, let me begin this video and explain how it works. We're going to use everything as 8. 8 to the left, 8 to the right, connecting that 8 is part. Remember, everything is part of something to do with 3. If we take this calculator and we move from 5 up here or over here or over here, okay, that's to do with 3 up, 3 down, 1 to the side, 3 down, 4 to the left, 2 to the right. You want to do the step? 4 to the left, back 3, 2 to the right, step forward. Now, we're going to get something with this after. So if we had to do a minimum of 6, right, we would go left 1, right 1, or we'd split this 101, split this 303, 616. When you mention 1, the only one you're talking about is the center. Remember, everything in Celsius and Fahrenheit, creation of man, C and F, right, has 32, which is 5, or 18, 1.8, 20%, 1.8, okay, 20% of 18, 20% or 18, 1.8, meaning if it's 0 Celsius, it is 32. Every time you go up, okay, it is 1.8 degrees. 10 becomes 32 plus 18 equals to 50, okay. 8 equals to 46.4 on one side, and to the minus 8, it equals to 17.6. The difference in temperature over here is 28.8, 288. Is that correct? Let's use the calculator to check this. 46.4 minus 17.6 equals to 288. 288, 4 times 72, win a big red sun. Remember what 72 is. Win a big red sun, creation. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7. Okay? B and E, that is your Y letter. Now, we have this separation, the major separation of 288. That is your 72 time system that's in between the 360 degrees. Remember, it could be 360 degrees here, okay? But when this one goes to this side, 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 this is 360, but this will be maybe 720, less what's in the center, 360 over here, and that becomes your racetrack. So we're going to do minus 18, which will be 36, but it'll be minus 36. Plus 18 will be plus 36. The two totals from the minus and plus 8, okay, will be a total of 46, 63, 64 in this total. The two totals from this one over here of 0.4 and 18 is 64.8. The total of 28 of 82.4 and 28 equals to 100.8. 10-10 world, but we're going to bring it in to be 8 and 1 is 9, 2 and 8 is 1, so it'll be 9-1, the spirit of 8. That would be 28, the cycle. The minus would say 54.4, 48 is 54.4 inside the area space of the sun created by Pluto. 364 days in a 13-moon cycle of 28 days underneath the church. The minus amount in this one over here is 7.6. The one spirit of 6, the minus amount over here is 5.6. That is man, F, the completion of creation of the sun. So although we may not completely understand this, we're going to go 58 and 58 creates the gateway. 5 and 5 is 1, 8 and 8 is 16 is 7. This will refer to anything that ends up as 1. There's obviously that a 6 was created. 1, 7, 5 and 5, 1. 4 and 4, 8. This is your gateway, the sun, Pluto, your gateway. The spirit of 76, the spirit comes in at the church, boom, inside the moon. Angel heaven, Raish, the har, the rabbit ears, big red sun. 8 and 8 is 16, 1 and 6 is 7. Now you have the gateway to 88. 32 to the BC world, to the sun of creation of the half-life. This is a basic draw. The next thing I'm going to bring up in this video is something I've done 3 times already, but I just want to come back to it. And it's the Epsilon and Upsilon, okay? And the Epsilon, and what I want to show you is in the roulette table, right? Here's one of the designs. But in the roulette table, I'm going to see if I can come up with it over here. Okay, let's not go there yet. Let's go to this. Okay, area size. When we say, oh, it's infinite, we can continue. Yes, but everything is a sheet. How can a skin? And every skin, okay, every square that's knitted or knotted together for the GPS location of it will be designed as this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is half the pool table. This is half the pool table. When you get to the end here, you're in the pockets. So you can't count this as our area space. All this is off the board. So if you want to count one, if you want to go over here, okay, 1 area, 2 areas, 3 areas, 4 areas, 5, 6, there's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 areas on outside. Let's call this the weekend. If we had to wrap this world again, it would be 5, 2, 5, 2. We want to go across, be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 across, 7 by 7, 49. That brings us into the 88 world. This area, this would be the Monopoly board, and this would be another configuration or number. Now we're going to get to the roulette table. And in the roulette table, we have more than one epsilon, okay? If you take a line, this line over here, and this over here is upsilon, okay? When we flip it upside down, it's upsilon. Upsilon is the divider, okay? And over here, this is 9 and 12. 9 and 3 is the sky system. Let's say this is the Saturn sky system. This will create the Star of David over here. This is the double pump. I rather say the double pump because there's two of them, like the air brakes. Again, epsilon is dividing over here. What covered on the top here is now covered on the bottom here. And inside we have the number 80. For me, it's communication, 9 lives of the cat, but 8 also represents 9. And in French, okay, in French, they say 420, right? Because 9 is represented by 42. 8 is represented by 49. The gateway is the separation. And again, so to create all these squares, what are these squares? 2, 4, 6, 8. Over here, this is 8. This is 2. 8 and 2 link over here. This one over here is 14. This is 17. So 8 and 2 link here. 8 and 2, 8 and 2, 8 and 2. So what does the Y upsilon create? 8 and 2, connection of the cycle of the moon. 8, 2, 8, 2. Then in between, we have it over here. 2, 8, 2, 8. Now we would go 2, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we appreciate what's in between. The epsilon, epsilon upside down from each other. On this side, it's 1 to 18. 1 to 18 stops in these markers here, and 19. 19 is first left, 18 is last right, unless you flip this upside down. So this is how we have upsilon and epsilon. Or just a y-salon, right? Let's not count the other one. Now we're going to continue on, and we're going to give it some numbers. Let me give it some numbers. Let me flip it over. And the numbers are here. The top numbers, okay, the continuation of the epsilon and epsilon is that this design over here, okay, this design over here, although it's not the exact epsilon number, what happens is this is the connection of it right over here. This is one side over it. The other side of it, okay, now I'm just trying to take this design over here. This is the other part of it, okay? This is connected to it. And what gets connected to it is 23. What gets connected to it is 19. Heavens, 8 and 2, 19, creating 10. The upsilon word, in which I don't have right over here. Wow, the upsilon word. I just keep going back and forth. The upsilon word, okay, also shows 50-50. Now there's something missing. I just did this right now, and it seemed to have disappeared on me. I don't know. Please stick with me for the second. Okay, I did it over here. The upsilon, okay, creates 37, 28, 41. If you want 21, 3, 7 artificial intelligence. Once you get to here, the single digit count in here will create a 1. So instead of having 106 total to 43 to the low count or the reverse count, you now have 106 to 34. Hot and cold. Hot and cold, up and down in the numbers. From one end, you count DNA. pi exists on this side. That means it's ever changing. Okay. 1 and 2 creates 3 and 7, understanding angles. See this angle over here? See this here? The S letter that comes together create this letter. You see the opposite side over here? You see this part? We cannot do this. The epsilon goes through these numbers connecting 17 and 20 over here. See the pills? 17 and 20 over here, and then it breaks down over here. Over here on this side, okay, if I remember correctly, it is 22, then 23 is the X that runs in between, and then 24. The split where Grover Cleveland splits, right over here. 22nd and 24th president. This one over here is the 13th and the 15th. So now the split of that president is not the same. See where this one comes all the way through, but this one does not? This one shows a house. So this one over here is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. This is 23, 2 and 3 is 5. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. So inside of this one, you get 149. Inside of this one, okay, you get 140. 140 becomes 146, Zion, Israel, the gateway. Now we're going to finish off with what I started here. That 28 and 29 that come together, this happens twice in roulette. Okay, this design. It's the same. We don't never have the perfect design. Remember, it's not a perfect design, right? So we get 28, 29 connected over here. Creates 57, moon cycle, but 9 and 7 is 18. 9 and 7 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 2 and 2 is 4, 48. The sun of Pluto walking on the moon, General Electric. So the energy inside the moon. When we count it down, 29 and 26, the dog queen and the birth equals to 46. 0, Zion, Israel. X marks the spot, the 3 fishermen. Then we take it on the other side, we get 59. Remember the temperature in 59. It's adding for every degree we move. It's 1.8 when we move in temperature. 1.8 plus 32. 1 is 1.8 and 32. 1 degree Celsius, okay, equals 33.8. Check that out, see if I'm wrong, okay. 59, E-I-E-I-O, 18, right, 1.8, 18, and 32, 5 and 9, 16 and 8 area space. So this is how we create these numbers. When we add them all up, right, 26 and 29 and 28 and 31. What we get is 6 and 9, 15, 16 and 8 is 24 is 6. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We get 9 and 6. We get rotation. 9, 24 equals 216. Okay, that is the size of your moon. 54, that is the size of the sun. The numerological calculations of the sun, 621, the cube, man in the moon, 9 and 6, 9 and 6 rotation. So this is what I see about this. We did that roulette table. I'm going to show you back again the roulette table right over here. This is the design we would have to go over. Should I have this here? Should I be closing this out because it's black on black? Should I not? I don't know. Right now I'm not. I'm just leaving it the way it is. And at the same time, we have to understand the basic lines of all this. Area space are all these squares. This is the mesh or the skin that sits on top of it. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching from the House of Paint. Oh, it doesn't work.